Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the Ford F-150 XLT Supercab. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford here in Provo for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for John Jinks. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Apparently this is a turbo 2.7 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around 10, 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 325 horsepower and then 400 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you guys can see the raised sections there on either side. Now the XLT still gets pretty nice lights, especially with the amber turn signal indicator. Part of the grille is blacked out, part of it's chrome, and then same thing here at the bottom with the bumper, partially being chrome, partially being blacked out. You've got fog lights as well. There's the front. Tire and wheel setup is 275 by 65 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, again chrome with the finish. Got a little cut there in the fender. F-150 XLT. Fixed side steps, they're just door to door. And then here's your side profile of the truck. This is where you can see the Supercab. And then popping to the rear, you've got 4x4 decal leaf springs in the back as well. This leads us to the key fob where we have our lock and unlock function. We got the Ford logo there on the back and then flip out key. And then popping into the bed area, the tailgate's not dampened, so you do have to lower it with your own strength. And no bed liner or lights or anything like that. I mean, I guess there is an outlet there. But this is the 6.5 foot bed, so a bit more space, which is nice. Tailgate is light. You got the more baseline taillights. Parking sensors there on the bumper. And there's the rest of the rear. Now this leads us inside. So you got a regular door handle. And quickly looking at the front door panel, soft touch. Front two windows are automatic. You've got your mirror adjustments, blind spot running with the mirrors. Payload on this is 1557. You notice this little handle right here. That opens up the half door for the Supercab. They can open and close their window. And then you guys can see here with the seat, well, the other side is down. Notice legroom, it's not impossible, but it is a little bit more cramped. And then you do have the vents there in the back, and then of course under seat storage. I forgot you gotta pull the strap. I haven't eaten today yet, so, you know, brain's half there. But anyways, Supercab, it's great for kids, I would say, as long as you don't have car seats, right? Front seat, again, you've got the cloth here, your adjustments there on the side. And you can see with the light controls, your auto stop start. Steering wheel's manually adjustable too. And it's got one of these, so always got to do this awkwardly with the left hand. Ah, there we go. Now here's a quick look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. Practical controls here on the front, including for the center screen. You've got your volume and voice command controls, cruise control as well. Turn signal, windshield wiper stock. We've got our column shifter here, plus and minus. You can shift the gears yourself in the M, it's for the manual mode. Digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use to scroll through and see different items on the truck. So you can pretty much customize it to what you want to see information-wise, which I think is useful. Just a regular backup camera in reverse. Trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. And then as for this column shifter, it doesn't ever want to go into park. So it'll go into drive easy. There we go. Anyways, as for the rest of the infotainment system, you notice no controls up top. You've got shortcut bar there. You've got the auxiliary tab, so you do get a bigger screen. Coin holder down below. We've got a 2-speed transfer case, 2-wheel drive, no 4-wheel drive auto. Drive mode select is there as well. Radio controls, dual zone climate with this. Got a little charging area down below. Plenty of storage here. Big center console. And then this does fold out to be a workbench, which is nice. You got the double glove box in this. Again, more basic trim on the dash. Manual mirror dimmer. Sunglass holder, no sunroof. Rear glass is fixed. So here's our window sticker for this F-150. You can see 301A. $54,020 is the total MSRP on this XLT. Let's see how it performs. Well, let us set off in the F-150 XLT. See how this performs. First off, the F-150 XLT with the cloth seats is not as comfortable as the Lariat. Cushioning is the same, but just how the material stretched up over the seat. It's comfortable enough, though. It's comfortable enough. And the suspension's nice and car-like with the F-150. It's one of the things that makes this more approachable compared to other trucks. It's just how car-like this drives. Oh man, window sticker replacement killing me today. Yeah, I should be good on that side. Well, there's a Jeep coming. Yeah, we're good. Remember when I first started driving, I was told by my parents that driving is easy, judgment is difficult. So like actually using the vehicle, easiest thing you'll ever do. Judgment though, you know, with light changing, when to stop, when to go through. Someone's driving down the road and you're gonna make a turn like I just did there. When do you go out? And I will say, as I get older, the more I pull back and I just wait. I just wait more. I don't try to like get myself out into traffic quicker. I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. I'll just wait for another car to go by. But yeah, this drives well. I've been talking to some people about Ford, and it seems like Ford's had a big push to try to improve some of their lost good reputation, I should say. Just these new F-150s, so 2021 and beyond, they've had some electrical stuff. And from what I've heard from people, it seems like they have worked a lot to fix those issues, and it seems like it's just not happening as often, even with the power boost. I'm not saying you should just jump in and buy one right away, just off of my word, but it seems like they've improved some things with that. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Ford doesn't, here's the thing is, people think that manufacturers want stuff to break, but typically they don't, because it's like, it's money out of their pocket. Because if something breaks, they're the ones that have to cover it under warranty, right? So yeah, that's just how that works. But it seems like they have definitely improved things. From what I've heard from people. Time will tell on that, right? Time will always tell. What I will say is the engines, these EcoBoost engines, it seems like they're pretty solid yet again. You had that period of cam phaser issues, but again, I've been told by a bunch of people that they have improved that, which is, I don't know, a big plus. What they definitely haven't improved is just how, I don't know, pathetic this door panel feels. That's one thing on the new F-150 that I absolutely despise, is every time you close the door, it feels like you're pulling the door panel apart because it just feels so poorly built. I really hope that Ford changes that and improves that over time. 2.7's great, good torque, good power in general. So I would say a big plus on the engine side of things. So to sum things up here with the F-150 XLT, I already know the comments. I can already see them in my mind. This is, in fact, expensive for a baseline truck. I'm still trying to figure out where's reasonable. It's kind of all over the place, but I will say that I just think that the American automakers need to, all of them, not just Ford, Chevy, Stellantis, they need to bring down their prices, and they just need to do MSRP resets. This whole rebate game, I think, is just so stupid. It makes it confusing for people, and I think 20 years ago, rebates would have done really well because people were willing to go in and do the negotiating back and forth, and, you know, they'd be okay with spending a few hours in the dealership and feeling like they won. I just don't think that's the case anymore. I think, from my personal experience buying cars, and when I talk to a lot of people, what people want is they want the Tesla experience. They want the price to be the price, and they just want to go in and buy it. But people are not stupid, and they're not going to just overpay for cars either. And I think this is the thing, is automakers are trying to create the Tesla experience without offering pricing that makes sense. It's like you can't just do that. It's like, if you want to do the Tesla experience, if you want to do just the one price, no rebates, no any of that, make it so your vehicle makes sense from a price point standpoint. So with something like this, I mean, here, let's start at the beginning of the F-150 lineup. Like I reviewed a work truck the other day. It was like 39 grand. That truck, I think, should be like $33,000. So $6,000 less. Something like this, I mean, so if, well, that was a 2-wheel drive work truck. So actually, I think it should be $30,000. And then something like this should be like $10,000 more than that. It should be like $40,000. I think that would make sense. If you had if they had the pricing schemes like that, then I think they would be able to do the Tesla model where people just come in and they just pay the price. There's no negotiating. There's no, you know, rebates. There's none of that. But automakers don't want to do that, because what they want to do is they want to. It's so weird. They want to quote unquote give people a good buying experience, but then they don't want to. But then they want to make it so there's all these variables that make it so you can't just go in and buy it. It's like you have to figure out what rebate applies and which one rebate doesn't apply, and oh, is the dealership willing to discount this and that. It's just, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.